No, yeah. All right, Shalom. Nosotros somos los hermanos del campo de GMS que está aquí en Chicago. Como siempre, empezando con dar toda gloria y alabanza a Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash. Yo lo honores a los apóstoles ancianos de la Gran Piedra Molino que está en New York y en los diferentes campos de GMS. Un saludo a todos ustedes, hermanos, laborando en la fe con el fin de edificar a su prójimo. Por el poder espíritu de Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, en el nombre del Espíritu Santo, a ustedes, hermanos, mandamos saludos. Y si un hermano Babusha puede, porque en realidad si alguien puede agarrar Isaías 33 y 6, la puede agarrar si la pueden agarrar en la traducción de Google Translate. Ay, porque en realidad, man, esta verdad lo que te va a mantener cuando todo se esté deshaciendo a tu alrededor, man. Ay, estas van a ser las palabras en las que seas confortados, man. All right, let me get Romans 15 and 4.
Este es Isaías 33, 6, en la traducción de Google Translate, de la King James Version. Dice, y la sabiduría y el conocimiento será la estabilidad de tus tiempos, y la fuerza de la salvación, el temor de Yahweh es su tesoro.
Right, so tú que retuviste el testimonio de Yahweh Shai, sabes por qué estas cosas tienen que cumplirse, man. Gente se tiene que ofender, gente tiene que rechazar. All right. Recuerden que los incrédulos no impiden la profecía, solo la confirman, ¿eh? Que vean lo mismo que estamos viendo, porque ahorita, por el Espíritu estamos hablando con un muchacho, básicamente explicándole, man. Hay una manera porque en tu espíritu está ahí a ir contra estos productos farmacéuticos, man. All right.
Tengo un precepto de lo que dijiste, que los incrédulos no van a hacer nada contra nosotros, ¿no? Sino empujar, establecer la verdad. Esa es la segunda de Corintios 13 y 8, porque ninguna cosa podemos contra la verdad, sino por la verdad.
That's right. Go ahead.
So, los contradictores pueden venir y hablar contra nosotros, pero como el hermano dijo, ellos nomás están estableciendo lo que la escritura ya nos había dicho, de
Right.
que iban a venir contradictores. Y al fin del día, si has notado muchos de los videos cuando gente sí pasa y contradice, es que son los que agarran más de los likes. Bien, si sea la gente que venga para que nomás vea el pleito, todavía está marcando a esa gente para la destrucción porque no vinieron sinceros. Pero ya que todos se han marcado, va a venir la destrucción. So, la palabra, como le dijeron a los que estaban hablando, que estaban hablando en el nombre de Yahweh Shai, están diciendo déjalos, porque de todos modos están empujando su nombre.
Oh, vamos a right, es en el libro de Hechos. Alright, que dice ellos, no, está en el Evangelio, right? Yeah. What am I thinking? Is it Paul and Barnabas also, where he said too? No. He's referring to in the Gospels, where Yahweh Shai is like basically let them alone. The gospel is still preached in them. Alright, porque exactamente una cosa que va a pasar es de que la verdad va a pegar los cuatro confines, man. Alright, who has that Romans?
I think it's Philippians.
Okay.
Philippians 1:18.
Anybody got that Romans 15 and 4?
Este es el libro de Romanos 15 y 4, porque las cosas que se escribieron antes para nuestra enseñanza se escribieron a fin de que por la paciencia y consolación de las escrituras tengamos esperanza.
Right, de los soldados de fe, de nuestros ancestros, creyéndome, all right, viviendo como peregrinos, sabiendo que todo esto va a venir a nada, man. All right, estamos anhelando ese reino, all right, y estamos anticipando la regresa de nuestro Mesías, man, para que ponga todo en orden, ¿verdad?
Es Filipenses 1 y 15, y algunos a la verdad predican a Hamashiach por envidia y profía, mas algunos también por buena voluntad. Los unos anuncian a Hamashiach por contención, el pleito, no sinceramente, pensando añadir aflicciones a mis prisiones. pero los otros por amor, sabiendo que soy puesto por la defensa del evangelio. Que pues, que no obstante, en todas maneras, o por pretexto, o por verdad, es anunciado Hamashiach. Y en esto me huelgo y aún me holgerá, man. You know, va a tener se va a regocijar, man. Porque aunque por pretexto o por la verdad, man, la verdad va a ser empujada, man. You know? Igual con la gente, man, porque aunque esté sincero, todavía van a venir los contradictores. Y van a ver, you know, la contienda va a venir de esta gente que son soberbios, man. Porque eso es lo que dice la escritura, de que
soberbios en su propia mente.
De que la contienda viene de la soberbia, man. You know? So, ellos van a contradecirnos, va a haber pleitos, pero you know, a veces esos son, pues ya ves que esos son los videos que la gente no quiere ver, man. You know? Pero hey, si son sinceros, hey, pues cógelo ya Bashim Yahushai. Y si no, hey, son marcados y cógelo ya Bashim Yahushai, man. Marcados a la muerte, man.
That's right. Que fueron destinados, que dice que no recibieron el amor de la verdad. A ver, porque esto te trae paz y calma, man, sabiendo que sí, que injusticia no va a ser para siempre, man. Ay, que se aproxima un reino, ay, con leyes y estatutos y modos de conducta que van a beneficiar a todos, man. Ay, pero que los inicuos van a ser y siendo iniquidad, man. Eso es quien ellos fueron construidos para hacer. Esa es su parte en la heredad, man. Yeah, can't. Water. I think Paul says it. San Marcos 9:38. Dice, Juan le respondió diciendo, Maestro, hemos visto a uno que en tu nombre echaba fuera demonios, pero él no nos sigue y se lo prohibimos porque no nos seguía. Pero Yahushai dijo, no se lo prohíbas, porque ninguno hay que haga milagro en mi nombre que luego pueda decir mal de mí, porque el que no está contra nosotros, por nosotros es. Güey, no hay una cosa como mala publicidad, ¿eh? Que dice, no pueden, como el hermano leyó hace un rato, el de no pueden hacer nada contra la verdad, ¿eh? Ay, porque de todos modos la verdad va a venir a la luz, ya sea que la rechazaste, ay, porque en realidad, man, si un hermano puede agarrar que el don o el regalo de fe es el más alto, man. Ay, ¿y qué fue hecho? Hermano puede agarrar que dice, y pues fue encontrado con los fieles desde el principio, man.
Es el libro de Efesios 2:8. Dice, porque por gracia sois salvos por la fe, y esto no de vosotros, pues es don de Dios.
Un don, un regalo, man. Right. Cuando alguien dice que tienes un don para hacer eso, es un regalo especial, man. Right. So, es un don del más alto. Right. Que él dice que cada hombre que necesita abiertamente que me ore a mí, que doy en abundancia, man. Pero ¿qué dice de la sabiduría? Que te va a llevar por caminos chuecos hasta que vea que eres digno de ella, man. Alright, so los hermanos que empezaron a escuchar esta verdad, empezaron a escriduñir, si hermano puede agarrar eso, que estaban para ver si esas cosas eran tales, en el libro de Hechos, man. Alright, que eran más humildes que los de Tesalónica. Go ahead.
Los de Berea.
Yeah.
Este es el libro de Santiago 1:5. Y si alguno de vosotros, y si algunos de vosotros tiene falta de sabiduría, demándele a Dios, el cual da a todos abundantemente y no exagere, y le será dada.
¿Qué le pasó al rey Salomón? Él oró para la sabiduría, para cómo reinar entre la gente, y por eso el Señor le dio lo demás, man. All right. Porque lo que quieres hacer es justicia, es lo que es la ley, man. Juicio correcto, cómo manejar estas situaciones si se presentan, man. Ay, pero como nuestra gente ama el desorden, por eso rechaza las leyes. Porque ellos prefieren hacer juicio conforme ellos piensan, man.
eso, ¿no? Pues, esa es la sabiduría de Salomón, 8 y 21, en la Biblia del Oso, dice, mas entendiendo que no podría alcanzar lo que deseaba, sino dándomelo Dios,
Right.
y aún esto era ya parte de prudencia, saber a quién perteneciese hacer esta gracia, fueme al Señor y orando a Él dije de todo mi corazón. Alright? So es una parte de prudencia, saber de quién es la sabiduría, man, porque aquí está hablando de la sabiduría, man.
Alright, ¿qué dice que es el inicio de la sabiduría? Están viendo al más alto, man. Queriendo hacer justicia. Alright, no caminar impiosamente porque sabe lo que es el resultado de eso. Alright, eso no va a aprovechar, man. Esos son caminos de ¿qué? De muerte. El no conducirte de una manera que no vas a quedar mal, man. You know? Tú ayudabas hasta a tu enemigo con el fin de que tú no querías estar en la misma situación, man. Perder bestia, alright, portarte injustamente, porque sabes que entonces esa injusticia va a regresar a ti por medio del más alto, man, y el más alto te puede traer a nada, man.
De verdad estamos debajo de la misericordia del Altísimo, man. You know, todo, man, de la comida, de tu sustancia, you know, de cada respiro que tomas cada día, man, es dado, man. Esta vida es prestada, man. You know, la escritura dice que dará un hombre para salvar su propia alma, man. You know, su alma. Alright, so, hey, tenemos deberes, man. You know, tenemos que estar rindiendo al Altísimo, man. Cuentas, man. Alright.
Did somebody pull up who's created the faithful? Porque Jeremías. Pon cuando dice Jeremías, right, y luego que dice, no digas soy niño. Le digo que se ciñera los lomos, man. Go ahead.
Este es Jeremías 1 y 4. Vino pues palabra de Yahweh a mí diciendo, antes que te formase en el vientre, te conocí, y antes que nacieseis, te santifiqué, te di por profeta a las naciones. Dice, y yo dije, Señor Yahweh, he aquí, no sé hablar porque soy niño. Y me dijo Yahweh, no digas soy un niño, porque a todo lo que te envié irás tú y dirás todo lo que te mandé. No temas delante de ellos.
Can somebody get the account with Moses too?
Porque
He said I gave you Aaron.
Porque contigo estoy para librarte, dice Yahweh.
Right, ¿qué versículo es ese? ¿7? Okay, what does 9 say? No. Fue a Isaías que el Señor le dijo que no temas, si no te quebrantaré enfrente de ellos, o es ese mismo capítulo y versículo como 13. Que dijo que no dudes, sino yo te haré quebrantar enfrente de ellos. Right? Yeah, 17. I knew it was in there. Let me know whenever you want to switch over.
Este es Jeremías 1 y 17, dice, tú pues ciñe tus lomos, levántate y háblales todo cuanto te mandé. No temas delante de ellos, para que no te haga yo quebrantar delante de ellos.
Right, por eso en Sirach 2 dice que el hombre que su camino está sin decidir, man, el indeciso, man, el Señor no tiene por qué respaldar, man. Tú tienes que estar invertido en fe con Él, man. Si tú estás dudando por qué Él te tiene que salvar, Él no te está dando el fruto de tus hechos, man, el fruto de tu pensamiento. ¿Qué tiene Él de salvarte si tú eres un incrédulo, man?
Que es cuando tienes algo propositado hacer, como puedes usarlo con tu mujer, ¿no? Tienes propositado hacerle algo bueno, pero ella está ahí dudándote, like, seguro lo va a hacer, seguro.
Te fastidias, ¿qué, man? Ahora no lo voy a hacer.
Ya no te lo dije.
Right.
Yeah.
Me contaste como inútil.
Que no ya hablé, you know.
Right. Get that faith is the Hebrews 11.
Created in the womb. I got it.
Okay, perfect. Let this brother get that.
Okay. Este es Proverbios 24:10. Si desfalleces en el día de la adversidad, tus fuerzas son pequeñas. Y no, últimamente es lo que se va atrás y no teniendo fe. Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai dijo que yo te mandé, lo que va a leer el hermano ahorita con Moisés. So, tenemos que, aunque no sepamos cómo va a pasar, tenemos que confiar en Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai, que Él va a dejar su palabra ser profetizada. A veces nosotros ni sabemos en qué hablar, pero luego que agarramos una escritura, ya el Espíritu sigue y escritura tras escritura, man. Últimamente porque tenemos que tener fe en Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai.
El saber por qué es más importante de saber el cómo, man. Y que no es mal saber el cómo, pero si no sabes, no tienes la respuesta a todo el cómo, sabiendo el por qué lo estás haciendo, es más importante, ¿eh? El Señor te lo enseña.
Regresa al que es el comienzo de la sabiduría, el temor al más alto, sabiendo lo que te pasa si no lo haces.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y eso es lo que te motiva, el sabiendo el resultado de por no hacer tu parte.
Aquí lo tengo.
¿Eh?
Este es el libro de Eclesiástico 1:16 en la Biblia del Oso. Dice el temor.
Así pasa, hermano, es Satanás. Right.
Este es el libro de Eclesiástico. Aquí está. Eclesiástico 1:16. El temor del Señor es el principio de sabiduría, y con los fieles fue criado en el vientre juntamente con ellos.
Ellos que están destinados a temer al Señor, lo van a venir a temer en tiempo, man. All right? Porque se está cerrando ese tiempo aceptable, man. All right? Mientras el mal no está en toda escala, porque si se maquina iniquidad a todo nuestro alrededor, man. Pero van a llegar tiempos mucho más serios, man. Somebody did get that Hebrews, the faith. Es lo que uno espera. Cuando uno hace un trabajo en fe, sabe que el resultado es de que reciba lo prometido, man. Nosotros ahorita estamos invirtiendo en el Señor para que en ese día donde, ¿qué dice? Las riquezas no te van a escapar de tu juicio, man. Cuando lees Santiago 5, que dice que aúlla el hombre rico, man, por las miserias que han de venirle, man.
Este es de Hebreos 11:1. La fe demuestra la realidad de lo que esperamos. Es la evidencia de las cosas que no podemos ver.
Right, so si tú no has visto la recompensa, si tú no has visto que esto, por ejemplo, ya ha llegado a su sumo, right, tú sigues laborando hasta que eso pase, tú estás en buena compañía. Porque el Señor nos dijo que, man, que estés arraigado en esta verdad, que no seas llevado con cada viento de doctrina. Un hermano puede agarrar que dice cuando le dijo que unos se ofendieron porque dijo toma mi carne y toma mi sangre. Yo digo, ¿dónde vamos a ir? Esta es la verdad, aquí es donde está la verdad que nos va a traer a ese reino, man, y el plano de cómo se entra a ese reino. Obrando en fe, sabiendo que el Señor nunca desamparó su heredad, man. Somebody get that, his heritage ever lacking bread. Go ahead.
This is libro de San Juan 6 y 65, y dijo: por eso os he dicho que ninguno puede venir a mí si no le fuere dado del Padre. Desde esto muchos de sus discípulos volvieron atrás y ya no andaban con él. Dijo entonces Yahawashi a los 12: ¿queréis vosotros iros también? Y respondió Simón Pedro: ¿a quién iremos? Tú tienes palabras de vida eterna.
Right, porque las personas se ofendieron porque en pensamiento carnal ellos estaban pensando que él estaba diciendo que físicamente comieran su carne y beban su sangre, ¿eh? Y los que no estaban destinados a tropezar dijeron, nosotros aquí nos quedamos. Tú todavía tienes la verdad. Que haya incrédulos no impide esto, ¿eh? Esto está escrito, que hay personas que se ofenden al tener que uno diga que no hay nada malo mientras tengas el sustento y la capacidad de tener más de una mujer. Pero igual les decimos que las escrituras dicen que aquellos que estén casados actúen como que no lo están, para que puedan dar un holocausto al Señor, para que puedan hacer de su parte de lo que es requerido, es enseñar esa fe por sus obras, y así es como somos la heredad de Abraham, porque ahorita tenemos las obras de ¿qué? De salir a predicar antes de que caiga este lugar, all right, de advertir a la gente de los males que están por venir.
De todos modos, esa es la única cosa que nos promete salvación.
That's right.
You know, si eso no fuera verdad, de todos modos ya nos chingamos.
No hay ninguna otra solución. ¿Qué más en este lugar te da esperanza de salvación? ¿Qué te ha ofrecido esta sociedad para decirte que vas a estar bien si viene el mal?
Right. Y si lo hubieran querido hacer, estos indios no tienen dinero para hacer los búnkeres, nada de eso. En realidad, están jodidos, bro.
That's right. Intervención divina te trajo a la ruina. Esa misma intervención divina va a tener que ocurrir para que sea salvo. Este hombre blanco no va a bajar su espada simplemente porque este hombre le encanta expiar sangre, Estás hablando con la persona inadecuada,
Estos indios están aquí tratando de dar abrazos, pero Saúl tiene sus espadas ya sacadas.
Está sacada, ¿Y qué dices? Tú no sacas tu arma si no la vas a usar, porque hasta la fecha, todavía recuerdo esas palabras de Bill Gates que dijo, uno de esos números tiene que bajar significativamente para que los moradores puedan disfrutar y sostenerse viviendo bien. Y eso no incluyó a ustedes llamados morenos, latinos y nativos americanos. Hell, no incluyó ni los estudiantes de ese cuarto, pero ellos en su soberbia, porque se creen parte del sistema, no piensan que es para ellos, All right? Yeah, Bible Bishar. That's right. Can somebody get that in Job where it said, at famine you shall laugh? Yeah, Job 5, right. But start up a little bit high. It says, no menosprecies, basically forsake not the chastisement of the Almighty. Es lo que te está moldando, You know?
Este es el libro de Salmos 37 y 25. Una vez fui joven, ahora soy anciano. Sin embargo, nunca he visto abandonado al justo, ni a sus hijos mendigando pan.
Yeah, that's right, El Señor provee, All right, tienes que tener fe para creer eso. All right. Y tienes buenos ejemplos en las escrituras. All right. Alguien agarra Santiago cuando dijo, recuerden la paciencia de Job. Y también nos dio ejemplos a no crecer. Remember Job's wife? Lot's wife, Salaki, both of them. Why? Because Job 39:17, porque no les dio sabiduría a ninguna de las dos.
I got that Job for you. Este es libro de Job 5 y 17. He aquí, bienaventurado es el hombre a quien Dios castiga. Por tanto, no menosprecies la corrección del Todopoderoso, porque Él es el que hace la llaga y Él la vendará.
Right, so el Señor es el que crea estas condiciones de adversidad para ti, no menosprecies lo que Él te está dando como batalla, lo que te está dando como prueba. Él simplemente quiere probar tu integridad, All right, y si eres hombre justo, te vas a seguir tropezando, pero parándote, no vas a caer en iniquidad. Go ahead.
Dice, Él hiere y sus manos curan.
That's right, cualquier herida, cualquier mala adversidad, dolor.
En 6 tribulaciones te librará y en la 7ª no te tocará el mal.
Y eso es lo que nosotros leyendo queremos ser partícipes de. Sabemos los otros extremos. Sabemos que van a ser personas porque van a perder la vida por el testimonio de Yahushua. Pero también leemos esto y eso nos da buena esperanza. que los profetas ya pasaron estas cosas en otras vidas, man. Go ahead.
Acá dice 20, en el hambre te redimirá de la muerte y en la guerra de las manos de la espada. All right? So en la hambre, te va a redimir, man.
Porque dice mis siervos comerán, man. Y tienes que creer que eso va a llegar a cumplirse. Somebody get that? Many shall be hungry, but my servants shall eat. Eso es parte de lo que está escrito, man. Ahora el cómo o cuándo, nosotros igual somos sujetos a que Él va a ser el tiempo adecuado, man. You know? No como Esaú, que dijo, me desmayo. Like, no, nosotros sabemos que Él va a ver y proveer por nosotros, porque el Padre dice que Él sabe de lo que estás en necesidad de antes de que se los pidas, man.
Right.
Él siempre quiere que se lo pidas.
Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai, que dijo que si tus padres siendo malos o hombres siendo malos, cuando su hijo le pide pan, ¿no le da una víbora?
Right.
No, ¿cuánto más Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai?
Now we gotta get it right. Get una serpiente. That's right.
Él nos va a dar lo que necesitamos.
Ready to jump in there, brother.
Hey, let us know, because it's
Go
basically
back.
about.
When I read that, then go back to that Job 5th chapter.
Let's switch to the English. Hey, that adversity is a constant reminder, that you ain't shit. Call upon the Lord.
Right? And what's upon us. This time. Go ahead, brother.
Lucas 11:9 dice, y yo os digo, pedid y se os dará. Y se os dará. Buscad y hallaréis. Llamad y se os abrirá.
Let him finish it. Go ahead, brother.
Dice, porque todo aquel que pide recibe, y el que busca halla, y al que llama se le abrirá. ¿Qué padre de vosotros, si su hijo le pide pan, y dará una piedra?
That's right.
O si pescado en lugar de pescado le dará una serpiente.
Yeah.
O si le pide un huevo, le dará un escorpión. Pues si vosotros siendo malos sabéis dar buenas dádivas a vuestros hijos, cuanto más vuestro Padre Celestial dará el Espíritu Santo a los que se los pida.
La sabiduría, porque el Espíritu Santo es el entendimiento de esas escrituras. Cuando lees en Apocalipsis 13 y 9 que dice, el que tiene oído que oiga, todos tienen orejas, pero ¿quién puede entender? Ay, que Él te dé el Espíritu Santo para que entendas que siendo un hombre que no vale la misericordia, va a ser exaltado. ¿Man? ¿Qué tan grande se va a ver el Señor cuando el Señor venga a redimir a todos que en el mundo ya destinó la basura del planeta, man? Él se va a ver más fuerte.
Igual que Egipto. Él puso la diferencia. No había ninguna otra explicación sino que Yahweh Bashmi Hawashai estaba peleando por nosotros. Todas las plagas agarraron a Egipto, pero donde estaba Israel, nada les tocó.
That's right.
Cuando había oscuridad, Israel tenía luz.
Tomó fe de Moisés, que él prefiera parecer con su vecino que vivir en la casa de Egipto, man. Y hasta la fecha, man, es un hombre prominente, man. All right, un profeta, all right, que se hace profetas y amigos. Simplemente que estemos dando su mensaje de antemano, él tiene un querer por ti. Get that in English, okay? And get that Isaiah 33:16, because that's going to be the stability of the times. The fact that you know that this is part of the refinement process. We're putting in that work now, because even the parable of treasure, because that's what the scriptures equivalent faith to. When that pirate is in his abundance, he takes one chest, he puts in a little bit of everything that he got, and he makes a map for him to dig it away, so that if he goes through all his substance and one day comes to nothing, he has a map of where he has something just to get him even back up to start up, man. That's how it's going to be when all these things come to pass, man, because it's going to take faith that once that your stomach is earned for a little bit to see if you're going to want to cripple into the extensions of this world.
We're all about to be tested like we've never been tested before. And the Lord's been building us up, preparing us for this all these years now, all along. All right? What you got, brother?
Revelation 3:10.
Okay.
So Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
That's a perfect scripture, man. got that Ezekiel 94 I asked for, and somebody got that Job 5, you can start at, he had to read Job 22.
Starting at
Start, yeah. Get climb. Right around 17. Very good. There's more to that.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And guess what is coming now? It's here, man. People are stressing out about their children having to wear masks. People are stressing out about their children being forced to be have Vanessa. To be, and there's a lot of people that are. Everyone's seen the video with the Edomite blasting off his fully automatic weapon and saying that this was his answer to the mandates for Vanessa. All right, and they make our faces the face of it, but the main people opposing this are the pale faces. They just don't show you that in the media, man. But they're strongly against this, man. Only the sheep who are for it, the stupid people who can't think for themselves, which is the average American, man. I would say about half, because America is divided like hell, man. And so we're going to, I mean, this is not something that we're saying, this shit is here.
Right.
We're talking about days, weeks away, maybe. All right? That's our closest thing is.
Elder Tahar had mentioned it about a couple years back, how that Habakkuk 2 was something that we used for future tense. That's the today.
Yeah,
and it's not tarrying.
It's not tarrying.
Like,
it's Habakkuk 2, Ezra's the 9th chapter. Look at the amount of atrocities from nature. Know that the Lord is sending, man. The Lord is visiting in this place, man. 2nd Ezra's 9th chapter, the Lord is visiting. The amount of floods and fires and famine. And now you had they flooded the Midwest, 2 seasons ago? And that created a problem. And now they got fires burning it. And now they have fires burn up a bunch of shit. And now you got heat. And they're talking about in Mexico and along the border, all these cattle that's dying of starvation. That's food supply that's not gonna make it to the shelves, man. And I watched a movie last night called The Decline, and I highly recommend that everybody watch that movie, man. It's on Netflix. It's called The Decline.
It sounds so optimistic.
And it basically it's a bunch of preppers.
Right.
It's a bunch of preppers that are prepping, getting ready
for
chaos. They know it's coming. All they're talking about is shit hit the fan and everything's breaking down. It's about a bunch of preppers that end up turning on each other, and I can't tell you,
Even in that other movie they did it. What was that other movie that we saw?
But I highly recommend it.
No, I had an article basically pointing out all the destruction that's going on in our world. I found it on social media. It says wildfires have erupted around the world, the most devastating in Turkey, Italy, USA, Spain, France, Cyprus, Finland, Lebanon, Canada, and Greece.
Wow.
Have also had terrible fires.
Okay, hold that. 2nd Ezra's the 9th chapter. Read that again.
This world is lit.
It says wildfires have erupted around the world.
Yeah, this shit is lit. Like the brother said, man, y'all always want to be lit. It's lit now. The Lord done lit it. But go ahead, brother.
It says the most devastating in Turkey, Italy, USA, Spain, France, Cyprus, Finland, Lebanon, Canada, and Greece have also had terrible fires. There has been several flooding in Germany, China, Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands.
Send that to the group and send it to me personally.
It says hail bigger than tennis balls has rained down in northern Italy.
What the
and it's even snowed in Brazil.
That's been a strong visitation. More, go ahead, brother.
It says the second largest river in South America, Parana River, is currently suffering from a severe drought.
There it is, man.
And we've seen tornadoes in Session.
So you got tornadoes in places where they don't happen, and earthquakes in places where they don't normally happen, man. You wait till tornadoes start hitting the West Coast and earthquakes start hitting the Midwest and the East Coast. And guess what? Buildings in this part of the country are not built to withstand earthquakes. The West Coast buildings, and it never seem to help them. But the high-rise buildings in San Francisco and Oakland and LA, they still are standing because they built to sway and move. But eventually, that ain't gonna work, man. But you let one of them hit here, all right?
And these are all 100-year-old buildings.
Yeah, plus, yes. And all them glass buildings. So you got a whole bunch of 100-year-old buildings mixed with a bunch of glass buildings. All right, it's a recipe for disaster.
Right. And then here in Chicago, a lot of these this whole land was built on swamp land, so it's not even a solid foundation.
Yeah, especially everything south on this end. Mm-hmm. All right, everything from Roosevelt back was built on swamps and islands and stuff, man. That's why they call Stony Island, because it was a bunch of islands. All right, and Stony runs from 55th all the way to the hundreds. Yeah. All right.
It's not stable from the beginning. Man.
There it is, man. Yeah, a lot of the south side is landfill, man. All right. A lot of the south side is landfill. You got pockets where it was actually land and then landfill, man. But you were holding something, brother?
I still have a little bit more. Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Behold that, hold that which thou hast passed, that no man take thy crown. Right, so hey, Yahushua is coming quickly, man. How do we know that, man? With all the prophecies that are coming to pass, man. It's evident that we're going to see the return of Yahushua, man. All right, hey, we're going to live through Jacob's trouble, man. Huh? So we've got to hold on tight to this truth, man, because this is our takeaway out, man.
That's right. And you got guys out there wearing garments and saying there is no Jacob's trouble. Are you kidding me? Well, but go ahead and read that second Ezra.
Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
There you go, man. It's a little more read.
Shit, all the second Ezra 15, really? No. Is there Jake got second Ezra 15?
Verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And that's happening like never before, man. All right? Earthquakes, uproars, and he just read all the disasters that are happening around the world, man. All at the same time, and the Lord promised you those things will come.
Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And this is something that they have not, they may be talking about, the ones who are ear hustling the Israelites are talking about this in their churches. All right? But they weren't talking about this in those churches that are going years back. All right? Especially in churches like the Catholic Church. All they doing is getting exercise, standing up and sitting down and saying a couple Hail Marys and all that. Then they get out of there. All right? They go right back to eating pork and shrimp and all of the shit they was doing before they went there. All right? Bound to idols. Being wicked as hell, you know? Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, for as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, the end is manifest.
The end is manifest, man. All right? And there were lots of signs on top of that. The way that all these Edomites are like this. There was a Christopher Columbus statue right at the end of the block here. It's gone. All right? So the idol of the face of, why? Because the people in the neighborhood were offended by it. Why? Because they're waking up to the truth, man. All right? Or Cristobal Colon.
Right, they used to conquer.
Right. You know, our damn conquerors, these damn colonizers, imperialist colonizers. All right, so so a lot of them Confederate generals and shit like that was openly killing enslaving Judah and killing Gad. You know, they don't want those things around, man.
See, he thinks because there's no video surveillance. You know what I'm saying? That there was a statute of limitations.
Right.
Listen, bro, you're the least person to worry about mercy, my guy. All right, you're the least person interested in just. I don't know if y'all remember the story of the dude in Iowa. Supposedly he had killed Molly Tidbits. Yeah. Well, I've been following that shit for some reason, but point is, he came out and said when basically he was being cross-examined. He said that he was basically approached by two masked Edomites that basically told him to get into the car, that if he didn't comply, that they were going to kill his daughter and his ex-wife, which I'm assuming it was his wife at the time. So they basically made him drive around in his whip, creep on this female. They grabbed this bitch, killed the bitch. Then they made him load her into the car and then go drop her off somewhere. Now, what he did is, because he didn't want to leave her out to rot in the sun, he went to go take her to the field and put corn over her so she wouldn't rot, so she wouldn't be decomposed as bad in the car or whatever. So they basically, other people corroborated the story when this dude was about to be sentenced. The judge denied a whole new trial, saying that, well, it don't seem like that would have got him out of this jam anyway, because there was DNA in his whip. So basically the fact that he was there and didn't have nobody else was proof that he more than likely did it himself.
Even though they had other people corroborating the story.
There was another dude, and then because basically they were now this is what they did, is they took his testimony and literally wrote it on the paper. So I was reading it in Spanish, but basically he was saying that it sounded like the dude, because he was only using Spanish, he's like, it sounded like dude was being accused of cheating by this girl, so he just had her killed so she could just do his own thing. So he asked her out because he wasn't gonna stop being with, this perfect Edomite girl and be exposed to be a so-called cheater and a bad guy. And Esau, which is basically you're gonna ruin this young person's life, give all these Edomites mercy, didn't use that same judgment. He thinks he's gonna get out his judgment, bro. Esau, you're out your cotton picking mind, bro.
Yeah, well, Esau tells me himself, there's no statute of limitations for murder, right? And there's blood.
The whole land.
He's defiled.
Right, he's killed millions, hundreds of millions of. No one has more blood on their hand than the so-called white man.
That's right.
Every land and every place where he dwells is stolen. All right, he don't belong there. Not in Europe, not in Netherlands. That's not your home. Stop. Ireland, Scotland, Italy. That's not your fucking home.
They only have
Australia. That's not your home. Every place that you are responsible for the blood. So when it says that the land is defiled, not only is America defiled, half the places in the world are defiled at your presence, man, because you killed millions upon millions and hundreds of millions of people, man. Matter of fact, before we get to Ezekiel and the Job, let's get that. That numbers was at 35 or 33?
35 and 33. And Exodus 21 and 16, we're still in his hand, B.
Hey, God, get that too. Bubble shot. Bring it out, brother.
This is James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that has showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Right, so don't expect no mercy, man. That was that dirty manager outside the ropes grabbing the leg move right there. I like that. Right?
Right, the Galatians 6 and 7, it says it. It says that he's so this
3
man,
and 25.
this man will post your image, make you look like the most evil villain, and he's behind the most atrocities on the planet.
Oh yeah, or he'll pin the crimes on you. You know how many movies we see they do that? They kill somebody, murder somebody, all right, and then put the gun in Jake's hand. Say, look what you just did to all these people.
Right.
I've seen so many movies where they've done. You're right.
There's a blood in, blood out. Don't look at me, little puppy. He didn't want him to be a witness against his ass, because he was killing them, bro. That's Esau's spirit, man.
It's Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's cut and dry, cut straight to the point, man. There is no other way around this, man. There's no apology, there's no reparations, there's no amount of gold, no amount of concubines, no amount of silk, animals, beefs, lambs, sheep. There's nothing you can do. The Lord laid down what the payment is, and curses onto this nigga too, man. All right, may the Most High destroy this nigga today. All right. It goes to show you how self-centered and ignorant Jake is.
Well, that's the la. That's them. That's all. See, because that's the thing. Why did the mob kill anybody that had evidence on them? Because it's a witness. That's why Jake don't hate us for any reason on the fact that we can look at them and say, you niggas is wrong, man.
Exactly.
You guys don't want to serve the Lord. You guys are gonna die, and they're gonna blast the music. I remember, Elder, they used to do that in LA. I used to be trying to watch the brothers, and it was a Mexican dress shop for cotillions and shit.
Yeah.
For blast, and all the music and shit, and the brothers would laugh, and I'd be like, you niggas, man, like y'all really want to do everything to take the profits off the square, but the Lord provided, man. The Lord provided, man. Fuck all y'all ain't doing shit. But hey, but being proof that at the end of the day, while the whole world is in flames, you niggas want to do wickedly, man, and that's witness against you. That's why you guys are gonna die, man.
And that's why the Lord gonna send the hunters after you.
Right.
Hey, Yahweh Ratazah, we are those hunters. All right? Because we gonna, the men of the Lord are gonna get the last laugh. Against you wicked niggas, you wicked spiggers, and all you wicked bitches out there too. I'm not talking about the women, right? As my brother, the mighty Murph would say, I would never call a woman a bitch and a bitch a woman. There is an extreme difference. All right?
And they hate each other mutually.
Yeah.
Because
women hate bitches and bitches hate women.
Yep.
Yes.
Because if you ever see women that do have that, they have that take care of family type spirit, they usually with their sisters or girl cousins that on that same vibration. Because they know that there's a benefit to raising up children unto your husband, man. There's a whole important process, man. Jake don't consider that, man. It's an honor to raise children to a man. All right?
Another security for her too. A woman's security having a family. She has a family of 10 sons. Them sons are gonna grow up to help the family.
Yeah, and that's protection for her in her old age too.
Yep.
If you bring them up properly. But if you separate them from their father, put their father all on child support and all the other shit, and have them all fucked up financially where you can't help them, all right? And then they grow up and find out and see the truth in you, all right? You get up in age, you know, they might just leave your ass hanging, man.
Right.
All right? Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 51 and 35. This is the violence done to me and my flesh be upon Babylon.
Right.
Shall the inhabitants of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of Chaldea shall Jerusalem say.
Wow. So the Lord is all about avenging, man. About revenge. All right? And there's a lot of blood that needs to be avenged about him. I mean, you still murder us to this day, man. With your damn centurions.
What is that?
What ran that Rothschild shit.
Right, exactly, because they're upholding that system, man. That's why, get 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. All right, but keep reading on this, because it lets you know what the wicked of our people are going to go through. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation.
That means pay back troubles. Go ahead.
To them that trouble you.
That trouble us. So whatever troubles that they created, they're gonna get it back, man. Minus the ones that are against the laws of the Most High. So we're gonna create within the law, we're gonna give them back vicious punishment, man.
Eye for eye,
Right?
2 for 2.
That's right. Like you said, a two-edged sword to execute the judgment upon the wicked. All right?
It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Right,
So
rest with us in this word, man. All right, because right now, we're just preaching the gospel, man. But soon, man, the hunters are going to get sent out, man. All right, and it's going to be the men that's doing the work. And Yahweh Ratazah, it is us, man. I hope I get assigned to that detail. Yahweh Ratazah, man. Bible shop.
It says, when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
So all you scoffing ass, adulterous ass, fornicating ass, eating of abominable things, alphabet lifestyle, individuals.
Consenters too. Y'all don't think, because y'all don't do it, y'all consent to them and giving them in these churches, man.
Yeah. They cool long as they stay over there. No, man, you're supposed to speak against that, man. You know it's wrong.
Ezekiel specifically tells you that
you're supposed to speak against that, man. All right? Because it ain't okay to be teaching little children that, man. When your mother and father at home teaching you something different, and then you going to school getting the alphabet lifestyle shoved down your face, and you in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. You know?
God never ran through your head, but now
right, and now they teaching you about stuff you ain't know nothing about, no damn sex toys, anal sex, none of that, man. Right. Now you know all this shit. Then you wonder why kids are starting, doing shit young. They starting to experiment. You putting all this shit in their head, man. Masturbation for 5 years. You in the fucking kindergarten, man. Ain't nobody in kindergarten thinking about sex, man.
They can't even know.
Right, exactly. You want to well, it used to be play with G.I. Joe. Now you just want to play with the damn PlayStation and shit, man. They want to, the little badass want to play some GTA if anything else.
Hey, but that's the society that we live in, that our people are okay with making their hopes and setting their interests upon, man. Which is contrary to the
right. These people that talk all that garbage and then they ride around in their car, listen to nothing but gangster rap. All the little kid is learning is a bunch of cuss words and shoot them up, you know, raunchy ass music, man. And then you got them playing GTA. Now that I think about it, that's a raunchy ass game, man.
Yeah.
You know, for a little kid to be playing, you know, some damn GTA. They even got scenes where you pull off in the parking lot to hook up with a whore and shit.
Yeah,
strip clubs and in a video game.
Yeah.
This little 5-year-old kid, and you know.
Well, because look, see, this society needs somebody to consume at these strip clubs, so they're creative. That's why it's called programming, because this is the lifestyle that is going to entail you doing these things. It's predictive programming.
Yeah, that's what make niggas grow up and want to drive cars like that.
Right.
Making yourself a target for Esau.
They started buying them Nikes when
right.
they came on the fucking Channel 9 and shit.
Esau low on numbers, man. He need to get write some tickets or get some bodies in the cell. Now, who you made yourself a target when you driving around like that, man.
Damn,
you a target, man. You only fuck with me, you know. Yeah, I am. But you made it easy.
You knew this shit.
Right.
You knew this
And
shit.
then you ride around like that too, and you'll not smell nothing but the damn fuck weed coming out of it. And then you
smell the
right, exactly. And right, niggatry at the highest level, man. Yeah. Then you talking about you racist pulling me over. Yeah, I am, but you did break this law.
But do you have drugs, yes or no?
Right, exactly.
The fact remains, are you riding dirt?
Right, you smell like nothing but fuck weed, you know. So you're right. So the cop already laughing at you, man.
Which one of us is wrong?
So when I check your pockets, I ain't gonna.
Right.
Right.
And you go to see them plant, right?
And you see the point. You ain't be pulling me over.
Right.
You made yourself a target, man. You're not being wise, man. All right.
You want more than Thessalonians?
Bible said then like one more verse.
It says verse 8, 2 Thessalonians 1:8. In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Hey, there's people that they don't obey the gospel. They don't believe that's going to come to pass. They don't believe that there's a time of trouble. So when those things come, the Lord, can you get that 2 Thessalonians 2? It says, the double-minded man shall not be saved, man. You gotta be fully convinced that salvation's at the door, man. You gotta believe that you're no longer walking in the forms of this society. Because what do? We maneuver inside the matrix. You know what I'm saying? We know that nothing can be established here long term, man. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the matrix. You saw how them agents can take over anyone at any time. You know, it's unsafe. You know, the only covering we got is Yahweh Shah, man. And our daily walkabouts. When we're driving, when we're riding, when we're moving about, you know, the Lord may make you stop to go do something, and you're not even aware that the Lord kept you from going to your destination right away because something went down there right before you got there. Okay?
James 1:7, 1:8, says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Why should a man like that be protected by the Most High? Most High in Hebrews 11 says what, man? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, it'd be better just to be straight wicked than to be lukewarm. All right, because a straight wicked dude got more of a chance than a dude that's lukewarm. But the scripture clearly says that some gonna be bitten with few stripes, and some gonna be bitten with many, man. But the straight nigga, he just wicked as hell. Lord gonna mess him up.
Right, he might be an instant death. He might just get smoked.
Have an instant death, man. He car crash and he get decapitated or crush his chest. He dies instantly, man, within seconds or right away. But you who knew the truth, who knew the name, who watched the videos for entertainment, you know, or search for the videos just when we going in on some niggatry and miss all the videos about the edification, or their favorites. You know, when we got a Edomite standing there, you know, clowning them with the scriptures, tearing up his history. They love those type videos
because it causes conflict. Jake loves drama.
They like that.
Soap operas.
Or we going back and forth with some nigga woman or something. They love that shit. They'll watch them all day long.
That's our queen, bro. You don't need to talk to her like that, bro.
You know, whether they for it or against it, it's entertainment to them. All right, and the Lord gonna entertain your ass. All right.
That's right. It's Luke 12 and 47. It says, "And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes."
There you go, man. So that's the difference between the guy that's getting put to death. Like I just went to a funeral day before yesterday, man. All right, and I actually like the dude, man. But you know, the dude had a heart attack and pneumonia. Went into it. He had pneumonia, had a heart attack, went into a coma, and never woke up, man. Now some of the niggas that was there at his funeral, you know, the Lord preserved them. Why? Because they gonna get beaten with many stripes. Because a lot of them heard. A lot of them I've told the truth to, man. You know, a lot of them have heard it and they ignored it. You know, they want to follow. And all these cats, for the most of them, was Muslims. Gang banging Muslims, man. All right, that's what most of them were, man. Cops, gang bangers, and Muslims, all three.
Wow.
All right, most of them. But yet they quote scriptures at the funeral. Why don't you, you know? It's like, look, dude, why don't you quote some shit out of the book of the cow or something? The book of Surah. You know, in the book of Surah in the Quran, it says that the Israelites is the preeminent race, all right, and that the Jacobites, or Jacob, should return to their power, to their God. You know, and you read that to a damn Muslim, man, and if the Lord ain't with them, it still go right over their head, including the ones that know that they're Israelites, because you got this Moorish movement now. You got a lot of the Moors saying that they know they're Israelites, but we still Moors though. All right, so you're an Israelite, and you calling on Yahweh and Allah? Well, I mean, what? No, man, ain't no God. Look, it's one or the other.
Yeah, look, we're covering both bases.
Right.
Whoever's right.
They like the dude in the mummy, pulling out all the idols, you know, until he get the right one. No, man, the Lord ain't gonna allow you. You say the wrong thing, you call the wrong name, man. That's death to you, man. You get brought before Him, like in Luke. It was at 19:27. But go ahead and get that Ezekiel 9 and 4. We probably will circle back around to that Luke.
There's Ezekiel 9 and 4, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry."
And that's us, man. We're sighing and crying, man. And the men like us, the men that teach the likewise message, man. All right? These people ain't sighing and crying. Well, a lot of them are starting to sigh and cry. But they not sighing and crying for the abominations that's done in the midst of. They sighing and crying because they can't go to the club. Yep. They sighing and crying because they can't go to the baseball game.
Right, that's why. Because they stopped them, they're IDing them.
It says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that be us, man. Making little children wear masks, putting Vanessa in little children, fucking them up. All right? Teaching them bullshit, man. Exalting women over the men. Exalting the alphabet lifestyle. Giving them more rights and freedoms and business loans and stuff like that than you would a heterosexual male. You know, it's funny, man. You know, especially Judah, man. Can't get a home loan, a house loan, or a business loan, man. But you let the Judite woman go. Now if Judah go in there and he all alphabet lifestyle out, they don't give him whatever the hell he want. Especially if it's a business that's related to promoting that bullshit. They go, oh, sign right here. Yeah, sign right there.
You know, with the numbers just to make sure they get approved.
Right, exactly. They'll get them. They'll set them up nice. Make sure you got a nice sign out front with a rainbow and all the other shit on it too. All right?
Go ahead, brother. It's the book of Second Peter chapter 3 and verse
10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Alright, and hey, the Lord's gonna come as like a thief in the night, man, alright? When you people least expect it, alright? Seeing then that all these things shall be resolved, what manner of persons are deep, too deep in all holy conversation and godliness, man. And hey, knowing what's about to happen compared to knowing the will of the Lord, man. Hey, let's just persuade yourself and get right. Alright?
Curses on that nigga bitch too, man. My fat ass wanna be seen. With all that head and that nerves. Right? Trying to get around my curses.
Seeing that all these things shall be resolved, what manner of persons are need to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and waiting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, when the heavens be on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. Alright, hey, that's the shit we gotta be in, man. Alright, hey, coming of the house of our time, it should be in the spirit. You want to get up out of here.
That's right.
Couple tasks, like Ezekiel, the 9 and 4, because that mark, and the people that say, God, that's what we're doing, man. That's why we're out here in the Island of Power. It's good times, this place is hell, man. And you know, this is better than this place. Alright? We'll more right here. Verse 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth when full of righteousness. And that's where we have our hope in the kingdom of heaven, man, where righteousness is going to dwell. Alright, where Esau's going to be changed, man, there's not going to be any more wickedness, man. Right. Alright, this earth is going to be rejoicing, man. The animals, the trees, nature. Alright, all people are going to be good, man. Right now, hey, this is hell for us, man. Alright.
And the Lord's taking away that birth, taking away everything. It's like I mentioned before, this is Commercial Avenue. Alright? Compared to where it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, this place is practically dead, man. You had as much traffic and shopping in this neighborhood as you did downtown State Street between Lake and Jackson. That's how busy this area used to be, man. Alright? But it's dead now. Compared to where it was. Alright? It's dead, man. All these banks, you got all these big banks around here. This bitch really want attention to be seen. She off her vehicle and she still got the music blasting. And somebody that told that fat bitch she fine, man. Should have put her big ass on camera, man. Right? Listening to that garbage ass, adulterous ass music. Like she's something special, used up, that had 50 plus men already. Can't stand this place, man.
Probably how she got that little ride.
Hey, she probably even rented that shit, man. A lot of fools be renting that shit and they're riding around, man. It ain't nothing but a death trap. And you know the damn nigga woman can't drive for shit. You let her just, she gonna kill herself. The Lord gonna take her out. Just let her keep riding. All right, but matter of fact, just get the next person at Ezekiel 9.
Continue on in Ezekiel 9, verse 5 now. It says, and the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after them through the city and smite. Let not thine eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young.
And fat bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Read.
Both maids and little children and women.
That ones like her, man.
Yep.
All right, that shit pissed me off, man.
Shit, before it used to be an embarrassment to not be in shape, be overweight.
Right, but see, you got fat nasty bitches like, what's her name, Rizzo, whatever the hell, you know, and women like that got these fat out of shape, extra roll having ass, can't find a hole having ass women thinking they something special, man. Right. You know.
Yeah, they were doing like memes of like having a whole bunch of black women, they were overweight of course, and and they were glorifying it. They were all going down the train, like dancing. You could tell the pride in their face. Like, you're not embarrassed of this? And even in the common board, regular 2/3 ass niggas were talking shit against it. Like,
there you go.
We got to do better than this, you know? Because how you going to glorify this, man? This is what's leading your people to further destruction, man. To, you know, have health issues, have high blood pressure, diabetes.
I'm sure she got all those, man.
Yeah.
If she don't, she a moment away. She one bite of a donut away, man.
Shit.
Right?
Shit.
Chick out here wild as hell, man. Yeah, she should have pulled her ass up to Dunkin' Donuts on the next block. We wouldn't have to hit it. That's where she want to go.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, and little children and women become not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Right, so going right to them churches, man. Right to them false Israelite camps. All right? Just calling on, just talking about Most High Christ blessed. Calling on a higher. Calling on Jesus, all them false names, man. They say, how many times we gotta tell you idiots the letter J didn't exist to the 1500s? So the Lord's name can't be Jesus, dummy. I'm tired of you, man. Now let's go back to that Job about the Start at verse 17, 5 and 17.
This is Job 5 and 17. It says, Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Which is something that we had to embrace. Getting chastised, waking up to who we were, feeling the sorrow and embarrassment for the way and the things that we were then, that we've done, and then turn our lives around and serve the Lord, man. All right, and then it's still whatever punishments are left over. All right, we're still getting punished, man. We're still not scot-free. All right, like the condition that I'm in, I know that's a punishment, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
It says, For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he wounded, and his hands make whole.
Right, but these words make us whole, man. The faith, the hope that we have. Because these people don't have no hope, man. We got hope. And we know that even if we die, we're waking up to a better place. Death is better than this, man. We ain't living. Young men with back and knee and ankle problems and shit, man.
Hey, shouldn't say better is death than a life of sickness.
Kind. That's right. Better is death than a life of sickness, man.
It says, verse 19.
And it's something right, and some simp ass nigga complimenting. Thank you, thank you.
You look like Rizzo. She said, oh my God, you look like Rizzo. Thank you, bitch. That ain't a compliment. That's not your shit.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 19, it says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee.
That's right. And that trouble is coming amongst us, man. And we're about to find out give me that second Ezra in 1673. Then we're gonna know who got chosen on. I'm thinking 1673. Go ahead, brother.
It says, In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Right, and both things about to come about, man, because the famine is upon us. Food shortages are at hand. The food chain and the supply chain is completely and totally interrupted and breaking down, right? And Esau got troops out of the streets in foreign countries, and it's just a matter of time before they do that here in America, man. All right? Please drive your fat ass on. Hurry up. Thank you. Why do you how about your mouth? Damn.
Damn you enchantress, bitch.
And she listening to all that adulterous ass garbage music too.
That's what chick does on Saturday. They're like looking.
And no, she got a man, but I bet you she gonna screw somebody else that ain't a man today.
Right.
On the Shabbat. Come. Wicked bitch.
It says,
I hope it.
Stop.
got that second Ezra 16 for you.
Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
This is second Ezra 16. I'm start at verse 7. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. They shall be like madmen, sparing none."
Come, brother.
It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord."
Just like the man. They about to rampage on you, man. Esau's about to rampage on you. He know he's got but a short time. He's making moves, man. All right, and I hope that September, I mean not September, but August 11th shit is true, man. And that's just a couple days away. And then the evidence about the people who got double Vanessa Nation being the real cause of the outbreak. The outbreak is among them. You know, we can't really say much. Want to get the channel, the video cut. But the people who took that double vaccination. That's where they're in trouble. And then that's why the media was pushing so hard, to try to make it the other way around. All right, which makes sense once you understand what was done to that DNA. Right? The DNA was set up to defend against one thing and only that thing. Now they have no defense against anything else, which is why the new style is fucking them up. It's the new style. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 72, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen."
Right, then it's going to be known who the chosen is, man. Right? Like all you people who are prepped. All that prepping and all that food and all that gold, all that stuff. Hey, that's for the elect, man. Because the Lord said His servants shall eat. Right?
It says that they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. That's the spirit they mentioned that because I had that lined up too. It's Isaiah 65 and 13. "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." Right? And that's what's coming to these people, man. The crazy thing is that this judgment is going to be Jacob's trouble, but really it's everybody's trouble, man. Because everybody's going to be going through this shit. Everybody's going to be going through straits, but the righteous are suffering righteously, man. The way that the Lord wanted us to go after Him, man. And they have hope. Even though you guys are going to be suffering too, but you have no hope, man.
That's right, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 12. "And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, even more of Salakia, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." So the value of the true value man, is going to be the Israelite man, right? He's going to be that shadow, that covering, okay? And something I refuse to stop talking about at this point because the time is at hand, man. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Isaiah 4:1 is not about love, all right? Come another. God dang. Oh, it's worse than the first one. Damn. Yeah, well, she got a little more mattress style. We'll give her that. But please change light. Wow. That shit pissing me off, man.
He's not on a queen.
Y'all black and white.
I don't want to have to talk over it,
The peak of American existence right there, Phil.
Hey, that's your queen. Right. The queen of cellulitis in the land of cellulite. All right? That's what she is, man. With that fucked up hairstyle. All right, and see that, but that's what this society pushes that. When the women ride around on motorcycles and shit like that, and fucking them dangerous ass 3-wheelers. Okay, yeah, they already can't drive.
I blame me.
Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 7, verse 14. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. All right, so hey, we got to go through these things, man. And, you know, recognize the wickedness of this place and be vexed by it, man. We got to accept the way of the Heavenly Father, not your own ways, but the Heavenly Father's, man. But that's, you know, like the scripture says, those that increase in wisdom, increase in sorrows, man. So we got to go through these things, man, and suffer, you know, sigh and cry for these abominations. Now, if I jump to verse 18, it says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the wise. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wise. All right, so hey, either way, we're going to go through it, man. So why not go through it for righteousness' sake, man? But ultimately, we know that this is for the elect, man. Because 2/3 of our people aren't going to get right. And we all know this guy, man. We have a cousin or an uncle. You could tell him, you could blow your whole head out trying to explain to this man. He's not going to change, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
We all have that person in our family, man. You know?
Multiple.
Yeah.
Often some brothers, it's their whole family.
Yeah.
You know, you blessed if you got a brother or a cousin or a family member that actually believes too, man. That's a blessing in itself, man. Because a lot of brothers don't have that among their immediate family, man. I was just, you know, I was thanking the Lord. I thank the Lord every day, man, that I got sons that actually believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. All right? Because some brothers got sons that don't believe, man. You know? Or they got a brother that don't believe. And they love their brother. That's their brother. But they can only love him so much because, you know, that separation comes. Because when Christmas come around, he on that shit. You know, he's on the pork and the shrimp. You know, he's on he not worried about the law, statutes, and commandments. He's not worried about the Shabbat. On the Shabbat, he's trying to get some box, man. And I think that them demons turn women up on the Shabbat.
Elder, what time we were at the main crib, it's proving. Usually the main crib, the Shabbat had just come in, why everybody's phone started vibrating. It was me and a couple brothers.
See, you see.
I won't say who it was.
Right,
but
but
that's important.
that being the point.
The sun went down and everybody was
you've been trying to get some box all week.
I've been texting
and
you
she
all
wait till
week.
that night to like, you know, what you doing? Why don't you slide through? It's like, what? Are you serious? Right. Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
Maybe on cue and shit.
Bro,
Shit. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost.
Yeah, it is, man. It's here to them that are lost, friends and families included, man. So I'm thankful, man, because I got, you know, I got some nephews that believe, and I got my sons that believe, man.
well, and somebody get that in Paul where he says, my hope is that the whole nation. Shit, ain't no wrong with having that mentality, but when you understand the will of the Lord, and you understand that then people basically rejected the Heavenly Father, somebody get that, those that deny me before man, I will deny in front of my Father. That's important, man.
Right.
We're taking the testimony of Yahushua because we don't want him not to advocate for us.
I'm trying to bring that Luke
What it says about? What does it say?
We'll circle back around.
What it says that he is our intercessor. He's basically lawyering for us to the Lord. Be like, look, man, he's out there. He took his yoke. He's walking with it. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah. This is Matthew 10 and 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
Those are the two plugs you need to know: the Heavenly Father and His Son. All right, hey, and when you understand, the Heavenly Father wrote that it pleased Him to bruise His own Son, so that we could be reconciled. You gotta understand the severity in which the Messiah, to an extent, prayed that if He didn't have to go through it, and Him being the bigger brother, Him taking the heavier load, He took that so that we could be saved, man.
God, you know, that's funny because my wicked ass ex, man, my oldest son used to get in trouble and took many beatings for my younger son, because my ex was always trying to tell him that goop is his damn father, man. And my son would always tell him, no, that's not your father, you know, and tell him who his father was. And he would always get in trouble for that, man.
Shows you
Alright?
they learned that from Esau, because what did Esau do? Save the Christian, kill the Indian. They wanted to make that shit to cease.
That was righteous on his hand, though. So he was willing to suffer for that.
God.
For truth's sake, man.
Kind.
That's what we're
He
doing
was
right
old
now.
enough to remember things and see things, and we tell him that no, what she's saying that ain't what happened, and that's not what's true. You know, and now it's all backfired on it because my sons and their sister, they don't deal with her like that, and they didn't call her out on her bullshit. All right, this is 1 Timothy 2:5, and it reads, "For there is one God and one mediator between God and man, the man Yahushua HaMashiach, man." So, like what he just read, the Lord's gonna, he's the mediator for us, man. We can't just call out to Yahweh, man.
It's the whole trial process. The Heavenly Father's the ultimate judge, and we have who's advocating on our part. Yahweh Shai say, look, man, they took their yoke to, like where that Daniel says.
These were those that I chose. They went through their straits, and I finished my duty. The Lord carried out he died for us, man. He didn't die for everyone. He died for us. He died for his elect. All right? He took them strokes. He took that embarrassment. He took that shame. He took that humiliation. And he died for those that was given unto him, that were there in the beginning, that helped him, that he created. And then in turn, we helped him create everything that you see around you, man. Right? We were there. That's why I said, though you once knew these things.
Right. They took this historical account and have established society based around this ideal. And now they're tending to reject it. An empire in which they built upon.
They built their whole empire based upon the Bible and Christianity, and now they completely and totally rejecting it for pseudoscience. And in the same book of Timothy, matter of fact, since I'm there, Timothy warned us that they would do so. This is 1 Timothy 6:20, all right? And it reads, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings of oppositions of science, falsely so called." So Timothy warned us, all right, that there would come a time and day when this man would try to get around the law, statutes, commandments. And you don't believe in science? You don't believe in the science? Right. No, we believe in real science, not your doctored up bullshit science that you play with the data, and then you use science that can't nobody you just throw out numbers and quotes that can't be cross-checked, or you forbid people to even question it.
They got to the point where all they have to say is scientists believe. They don't have to reference nothing. They say scientists believe.
And that's the end all be all.
That's it. Nobody questions it.
That's how Jake does. That's how they be taking their morning news and shit. They'll start drinking coffee because they got a study shows that drinking too much coffee. Lester Colin, it was done by a tea company. Then another coffee company will studies show that anybody that drinks 2 cups of coffee a day has had a regular heartbeat for 16 years. Like it's every study
which is a lie, because everyone's individual to their health. Some people coffee fucks them up, and some people coffee gives them a boost. All right, so that's a false ass study out the gate, man.
When did they put all this disinformation to combat the so-called information? But now people are becoming privy to this, man. You can't go around. The point is, even what was it? I think it was the Taiwanese. It was the Taiwanese that were playing war games with America, and basically the Taiwanese knew every American move, to the point where they said we have to change our strategy because the Taiwanese knew every move America was going to make. So this man his hubris is being brought down on a global scale, man.
That's shameful spewing upon his glory, man.
Says
his pump.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Isaiah.
Pump has been brought low.
Come, I grab it. You got some, brother?
I was thinking about Psalm chapter 64, verse 6.
Yeah.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both go inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So it goes to Esau coming out with his own theories, thinking he knows this and think he knows that. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's the devil.
His new theories that even outdo the first theories. All right? My first theory was wrong. But we're not dealing with theories and theology, theories and hypotheses. We want to deal with facts, man. All right? And hypotheses and theories aren't facts. They're exactly that. They're guesses. And usually they're extremely wrong. All right? Because according to the Bible, according to history, the earth is around 15,000 years old. Yet Esau will sit up here and pick up two rocks from the same damn desert and tell you one is 10,000 years old and the other one's 1,000,000 years old. Rocks look identical. Break under the same pressure.
You got to start from the womb. Because as soon as they be born speaking lies.
This is Isaiah 14 and 12. And matter of fact, I'm going to just go ahead and read to 16, because that's where we are. But it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vials of the worm is spread under thee. Right? Worms are associated with decay. America is decaying. The Western woman is decaying. The Western male is decayed. All right? We got a nation full of whores and simps. All right? Well, you got dudes putting up YouTube channels on how to be the perfect side dude. You know? To how to be that side dude, to be that for. And when you understand the chemistry, once you, and at the water Yahweh Hashem, I was shy for this knowledge, man. Once you understand the chemistry of what's happening between a man and a woman on a biological level, and then you want to go and mix your semen and saliva with all that, you a nasty ass. It's beyond disgusting, man. And then a bitch wonder why she's defiled and you don't want to go back to that land, man. All right? Exactly. This is Isaiah 14 and 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms shall cover thee. So they're going to get covered in decay, man. This place is finished. Like I mentioned, man, this was commercial avenue, man. All right? It was full of banks and businesses, man. A lot of these old brick buildings going down, they were all banks, man. All right? This one is left. That Fifth Third one is left, but there used to be the Union Bank for the steel mill right down the street, that next one. It ain't a bank no more. Right? Then they put up a wicked ass, oppressive ass chase right here. Right? And all these mighty stores, there was 6-story, where that park, where that Dunkin' Donuts is on the next block, it's a 6-story gold blast, man. And like I said, there was so many stores on this street, man. It was like you were downtown Chicago, man.
Yeah, it had its own commerce. It's Commercial Avenue. It's commerce done here.
And it says, verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations, man. And that's talking about you damn Edomites, man. You illuminated ones, Lucifer. And then the question we always pose, how the hell did Lucifer find its way into the Old Testament? All right? A Greek word. Okay, and it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into the heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That's here in America, man. And you did go into the heavens. You have exalted yourself among the stars. The stars of God are the Israelites. All right? And you've actually got your satellite stations up in the heavens. All right? Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So now they got their drones flying around connected to their 5G and all. They want to get everybody with the Vanessa Nation, all right, the double shot of Vanessa Nation which is the precursor to the MOTB, man. This all is leading up to,
yep.
Right?
Right, because it's going to be a passport. Remember, the Barrett chip was exactly that, the medical records. So what they want to unify, your medical records and your banking records.
Know who you are, where you are, what you're doing. They know if you shitting, fucking, or taking a leak. They can tell all that from just reading you, man. And that's what they're trying to be godlike.
That's right.
So they might even, they're going to be so oppressive. They'll be like, hey, well, it's Monday, man. What? Is this guy actually fucking? It's not Tuesday. You only fuck on Tuesdays. Yeah. And all of a sudden you get a knock at the door, man. The dude's in black. There's unauthorized sex going on in this house. Well, but I'm with my wife. Well, but it's unauthorized. Right. Ain't no telling how
oppressive. Have another kid.
Right. How oppressive that these people can be, man. Right. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to the ground, to the sides of the pit. All right? And they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? So you're going back to the 12th verse. Lucifer, Satan, The human adversary is a man. And what man is that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? It says, is this the man, all right, that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And he did when he dropped them bombs, man. When he dropped Fat Boy and Little Man on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. He made the earth shake, man. Right? With all them damn tanks and all them war machines, man. And now he's being brought low because all these people that he did all these things to, they strapped up too. It's like going to the brawl and you the only one with a pistol. Now you going to the brawl, everybody got pistols. Right? Hey, if you remember that scene in the gangs of New York, in the beginning of the fight, they chose not to use guns. All right? That was real combat right there. He said, good, it's wise that you chose not to use guns. All right? And they wanted to get down the old way, man, and they did, man. All right?
It's book of Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
And the war drums are beating louder than they ever had, man. And that's another reason why it's talking about mass this, mass that, mandate this, mandate that. Vanessa Nation here, Vanessa Nation there, is because all that is news to the skies what's going on in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, hot. It's lit over there.
What did Israel say, that they're ready to strike Iran?
Yep. They've been going at it, man. And more countries are getting involved. All right, we're going to get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, a little bit further east, what they're trying to tell Japan. They said that they wipe them from the face of the earth if they wanted to get in between them and go into Taiwan.
Man, so they was like, hey, you want some of this smoke? We still, and believe me, and I was just watching the Olympics, man, and China and Japan got beef, man. All right, the little Japanese chick, she just smashed the Chinese wrestler chick, you know, beat her 10 to 1, man. All right, and then check this out, man, to show you how biased they are, especially towards judo. Combat sports, all right, now, the Asherite, dark-skinned Asherite, he knocks out an Edomite, knocks him out, TKO, Ukraine, all right? They give him the match. But in the karate fight, Judah KO'd the dude. 5 minutes, they carried him out, and he couldn't even walk out the ring. They DQ'd him and said the strike was too hard.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck? What?
It's the Olympics.
I was like, it's a combat sport. What the fuck you mean? The strike was too hard.
Not only that, it's Olympics.
Yeah, so it's Olympics. So he just won gold. And all of a sudden, he just broke down and cried, man.
What? So he got to hold back.
He just won. He in the Olympics, man, and he got a spectacular victory, a spectacular gold medal just to get taken from him because they decided to pull some old racist shit right there in the Olympics. And nobody said, I'm like,
You
what
have
the
niggas
fuck?
straight.
Right.
What?
He told him, right, the strike was too hard, man.
Got a precept to back that up.
Go
too.
ahead, brother.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. We're going straight to the point. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
There
and
it
hast
is.
shed the blood of the children of Israel by
Come.
the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end.
There it is.
Man, Esau hating on Jake because Jake won, man. Plain and simple. Just take away his medal. Plain and simple.
He straight knocked that Edomite out, man.
This
Like
is
I said, it
serious?
was 5 minutes later.
This can get Googled and verified?
Brother, I just watched it about an hour and a half ago.
It's on YouTube or something.
Here it is.
And I was watching it. I was with, you know, I was with some Israelites, you know, and we were watching the Olympics, man.
All right, here it is, the Olympics. The whole reason of the Olympics is to test to see who's the best.
Right, and this was the combat. So this was the combat portion.
Oh, is this
it was
USA versus
karate, wrestling, boxing, and I think Taekwondo was after the boxing. But yeah, but that's what it was.
It was a Judah an American?
He was an American.
Judah,
he was American.
Bro.
He knocked right him and his opponent going back. He lost the first round. All right, but then he caught through speed and his rhythm, and it was a karate fight. Right, and so he dude with the kick, and he moved back and he kicked back, kicked him right in the face, knocked him clean out, man.
The kick, a kick is harder than a punch.
Knocked him
I can
clean
see
out.
you could disqualify something for a punch, but a kick?
Not even a punch.
That shit's like style,
Yeah,
bro.
and so right, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck do
It's a
you
karate
get
match.
disqualified
Are you kidding?
for knocking out your opponent
Nigga, you is too good.
in a combat sport where you hit them too hard. That's why it's called a knockout, man. You know? That's why it's called a knockout. So look, man, we can't get no justice in this place, man. And they robbed, and I was pissed, man. They robbed a man of his gold medal, man. And here he is, like he's excited. I just won. I knocked this dude out. I was losing, you know. And then I faded this dude. And then the judge says, and disqualified him. And then held it up for the dude. So the dude on the stretcher. And so later on, right, they showed him on the podium. And the Jake got the silver medal, and the dude got knocked out, got the gold medal.
All eat my supremacy.
All right, there it is, man. I just witnessed the shit.
Did not give proper
Man, exactly, man. His power levels was at 9,000 or some shit.
It's over 9,000.
All right, but he took dude out, man. But see, that's just to go to show you, man. There's no fairness in this place, man. And then they hate on Jake, man, but they really hate Judah on the extra shit.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
They tried.
That well, there it is, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, because thy mighty ones, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh.
So the mighty ones are coming down, man. Yep. This place is finished. All right, Esau days literally are numbered, man. So the only thing he got left now is lies, demonization, and then it's sending out his militaries, sending out his men of war, which are gonna be destroyed. Amen. So with that, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Wa abba.